Hey guys, Everseen here. Today I'm going to be going over a glorious plate craft that I did for strength stacking in HCSSF. So keep in mind that these corpses, it took me quite a while to gather, and I used 200% additional item, which you don't really need to do on this craft to get probably a better item than I did. Basically, I screwed up on a couple things, but the main idea remains, and I kind of want to go over like the individual modifiers and what to look for and what to change and make probably a better chest than I did. Yeah, I crafted 3 glorious plates, and one of them was usable and the other 2 were complete garbage. Basically what happened is I didn't put mana scarcer in my grave, and that pretty much bricked the whole craft. Basically, though, for another build, not strength stacking, the other 2 glorious plates are actually perfect because I got perfect T1 prefixes. So all I got to do is do prefixes cannot be changed and then reforge physical with harvest, and then it's guaranteed additional PDR, which makes a pretty good chest. So traditionally, mana modifiers can't roll on a glorious plate. Craft of Exile was telling me to put mana scarcer, and I didn't really understand why. So I took it out, and that was kind of my biggest mistake. If I would have put mana scarcer in, I probably could have ended up with 3 glorious plates with the critical modifier that I wanted. So basically not having the mana modifier scarcer was a big F on my part, and I think the only thing that saved this craft was the amount of additional that I did, and also the amount of increased crit chance that I had. So let's just jump over to Craft of Exile real quick, and I'm going to talk about a few things. So I tried to compute with like the critical modifier on the glorious plate, and it goes wonky. Doesn't even give me increased chance of defense modifiers, so that pretty much bricks your craft anyway. It gave me like 60% chance, so I omitted it and I just did T1 defenses and T1 strength. As you can see, it's like 95% chance with this setup, but typically you're going to want like less graves, right? You're going to be like around 60, maybe you'll do 70. It just depends on how many additional crafts and stuff you use. So let's just go 65 for just kind of a baseline. And just to compare this to my craft, so for defense and tribute, I'm pretty sure I only did like 4,000. And then to get that critical modifier, you're going to want to add like quite a bit of crit chance. I don't know what's a good number, probably somewhere between like 2,500 and 4,000. So we'll just put like 3,000 for now. Life modifiers you want about this, you definitely don't want life modifiers on it. Physical scarcer, you could actually not do scarcer, and you could do the inverse. You could actually do, let's see here, increased physical and do maybe like 1 or maybe 2. The problem is that you want defense to be much higher because you don't want to roll the reflect physical damage prefix because that's going to break your craft, but you do want the additional PDR for your suffix. So this is something that I thought about doing, and just because you're increasing the fizz by just a little bit, you're outweighting the prefixes for the defenses, so you're probably going to get this for your suffix, which would be really nice. Another thing too is I only put 5 explicits on my item. You could put 6 if you really want, but I wanted to leave 1 just in case I get an open prefix so that I could do the Gravacious modifier. Also here, it's telling you to put 1200 mod tier rating. I don't know about this. I've seen, you know, anywhere like 900 is the baseline for T1, so I just put around 900. I think I overcapped a little bit 900, but you want resistance modifier scarcer for sure. That's in my craft. You want life modifier scarcer. That's what I already said. But you want mana scarcer as well. I'd probably put like 2 corpses of it just to make sure you're not hitting that haunted modifier. And yeah, basically to like fill for any open spots you have, I would probably go defense modifiers as a priority over anything else because you do want those defense mods, and you definitely don't want to roll anything else on your prefixes. Alright, so now let's look at my layout. So I used a lot of 40% adjacent, pretty much wherever I could that it was going to affect like 4 slots. But this is the layout I used. I used it for 5 explicits, so if you want 6, you have to replace a corpse somewhere with that. And also these chaos scarcer ones, you could actually put mana in its place. Because realistically, the chaos mod, like, it has a low weighting anyway, so doing chaos scarcer doesn't really do much. And as you can see, like, adding mana scarcer there, we already got 1,000% scarcer, so that's really good for not hitting that haunted modifier. You could also take out some of these haunted ones. I'm pretty sure you only need like maybe a couple of them to like really get the effect of getting the haunted modifier. I just wanted to guarantee that I had one for sure, so I put in all 4 of these next to an adjacent. And yeah, basically, like, this is not optimized. This is just me freehanding it. So if there's an optimized way, like, go for it. But, you know, some key things that I really wanted was I wanted to divine it by 6 times just to get really good explicits. And then all this additional stuff, like, you can do 2 additional if you want instead, and then you save some corpses. But yeah, I used like a lot of 40% additional in this craft. And that was just because this is one of my bigger crafts, so I just wanted to use as many corpses as possible. And yeah, honestly, like, you could take out one of these modifiers for Haunted and just put a physical one in if you really wanted to try for that suffix. And then we have to find another spot to put an explicit as well. But, you know, you guys can figure that one out. You can look at this layout and figure that out. I also decided to put a 3x Sacred Orb as well, just to give me better base defenses on the Glorious Plate. I did end up with like over 4,000, so that was kind of the idea. So yeah, guys, here's the finished product. Basically, I did some Tailoring Orbs to get 8% increased explicit to get over 4k armor. I did some Eldritch Implicits. Obviously, these can be improved. They're both just lesser. And then I have crafted Spell Suppression on it for my suffix. This works out kind of nice because on the Dual Strike Juggernaut, I'm not going to have as much Spell Suppression as I normally would with a Evasion and Armor piece. I also kind of don't want to use this Spell Suppression tattoos because I'm on SSF and I think they're going to be hard to get. But having the additional PDR probably would have been better for this, and it kind of sucks that I haven't gotten it. But if I have some extra corpses, I may try and craft another one and get, you know, the right mods that I wanted. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Basically, I wanted to make the video just because some people might want to craft this, and I haven't seen many resources on how to craft this chest piece. This is kind of my trial and error of doing it. You can obviously do much better. Another good reference would be Al Kaiser. He did like a better chest piece, but I don't know. I tried to like kind of reference his a little bit, but also I didn't understand why he had the physical modifiers. Now I do. I don't even think he used Mana Scarcer as well, so I think he actually got pretty lucky on his. But yeah, basically, there wasn't a lot of reference, so I wanted to make a video. And yeah, if you guys have any cool crafts or whatever, like drop them in the comments, or, you know, jump in my Discord and share them and like how you did them and stuff. I'm interested in doing like a little bit more grave crafting for the league ends. I got to do some for like my helmet, my gloves. My helmet, I need fractured life and strength, but I'm trying to do it on like spell suppression base, which is like not the easiest thing in the world. I hit life and dex on one of my crafts, so I think it's just what it is. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.